Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together. Welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning, right?
I'm April Martinez.
And I'm...
Hello, Bess.
And I'm Sabrina Daly.
What the Friday indeed.
What the Friday is going on here?
Good morning, and thank you so much for tuning in, Belize.
How you doing, guys?
I'm doing good. Paul, good to see you.
Yes, it's good
Been a
to be
minute.
here. Well, just last week I couldn't be here.
I know,
had
but
some
when
issues.
one of us misses a Friday,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see you for
For
a
a month.
while.
Yeah, it feel like it throws off the whole thing.
Yeah.
So don't get sick.
No, I'm
like-
I was a bit under the weather last week, and for those who've been watching the show for the course of this week, you would have heard sometimes I cough, sometimes I sniffle, like just like this, just
You just sit up because you say it. You just
right?
sniffle just to show you how to sniffle look.
But like you know, I've been on meds. But the cough lingers,
Yeah.
and so I'm sure there are those in the comments that will put their home remedies and make recommendations.
Yeah, you guys got any home remedies? Anything?
Paul
that
said
should take?
he has tried it all. So if there's
Most of
something
it.
that you feel like he probably hasn't tried that he needs to try, I tell him garlic and honey. I tell him
April tell him-
lime and ginger.
Here's what I haven't tried enough of.
Lemongrass tea.
I haven't tried enough of resting.
Okay, well then, yeah.
Like resting my voice and not talking and.
Paul,
you
your
know,
job is literally
Exactly.
to talk.
So that's the one remedy I'm not afforded in as much as
The
I don't
others.
take
Yeah.
as much as I would want to.
Don't.
take.
So this is what we're gonna do for you today, Paul. I'll walk behind you throughout the office today. I won't go on the field with you. And whenever you need to say something, just look at me and I'll say, Paul said no.
That's
Paul
a-
She will speak
I
for
would like
you.
a little bit more. Tyler said he needs a prescription for the good stuff.
Ooh, what that good stuff,
Yes, Tyler.
Tyler?
Yes,
Tell me
Tyler.
now what that.
The good stuff that
Tyler.
scotch emotion.
I agree with Tyler. Let's get that prescription.
Oh my
in motion.
goodness.
Nevertheless, though, it's good to have you here. It's good to
Thank
have
you.
you both here. And of course, it's good to have you here this morning with us.
Yeah, I want to give a special shout out to those already commenting as early as 6:32.
Wow.
We want to say good morning to Tyler Smith already throwing in his jokes. I just want to say, Tyler, you are hilarious.
He
I told
is
you
on
this on
TikTok.
but you are really funny.
Yeah.
Also, good morning to Francisco Madrid. Also, Esther. Esther, I wanted to tell you, your brother came to our office last week and he was like, I'm Esther's brother. So hi, Esther's brother, and also hi, Esther. Good morning to Janelle Trujeki as well. Good morning, Junior Ramos. We appreciate you guys commenting, and throughout the course of the morning as well, we encourage you guys to share your thoughts on whatever the discussions are.
Yeah, indeed. But in speaking of discussions, this is the show lineup for this morning. We have a wonderful Friday scheduled for you. We're going to start things off with, of course, you all calling in to share your thoughts on the various topics and trends that have been taking place throughout the week. We're going to get into that in just a second. But of course, the number is 280-0016. And of course, you can call us in, you can tell us your thoughts, you can share us your opinions, and so forth. And then in our second conversation, the Belize Tourism Board will be in, and they will be introducing their Vines in Paradise. What does that mean? I guess you're going to come on to tell us all about that. And just speaking of like tourism and kind of speaking of sustainability and so forth, our third conversation is going to be about EcoMotion Belize as they present electric scooters. And I've been seeing those popping around.
Have you guys been on an electric scooter?
I've not, because
Me either.
I have.
Is it
It's
easy?
really nice.
Is it easy?
It is not easy.
It's not, right? I feel like I would fall.
No,
Like,
it's not easy
It's
at
not
all.
easy, but okay, we're going to be talking about EcoMotion motion and electric scooters. And then wrapping up our Friday, and I'm so excited about this one, it's all about Belize Music World Festival as they feature Tarrus, Riley, and Skip Marley, and I love both of these artists, so I'm excited about that conversation.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge event when
Yes,
that takes place this weekend. I didn't even realize that it was already around the corner.
Yes, man, you have to.
But before we get into the conversation aspect of this morning with our guests, our hosts, our friends, we have some topics to discuss, and these are trending conversations that we would, of course, like your thoughts on. And so we are encouraging you to call in and let us know exactly what you think. The first conversation, or the first item on the list, I should say, because sometimes we go in order, sometimes we don't. The first item on the list has to do with domestic violence, whether it involves police officers or non-police officers or civilians, children as well. We started this conversation earlier this week because of an incident involving a police officer, PC Philip Garbott. And so that's one of the conversations on the list. We'll take a deep dive into what we've seen so far, what we heard so far, what we know, and what's the future of this case specifically. And then also on the list, environmental groups, they're challenging the cruise port expansion at the port of Belize. We got hold of an April 1st letter from the NGOs, a group of NGOs, a coalition, essentially raising numerous red flags with the proposed port development project. And only a few days later, that project was approved. But even in the face of approval, the NGOs stand by their letter to the Department of Environment. And so those are two items on our list. I know what's also buzzing is the developments in Kikocker,
Yes.
where the minister, the representative for that constituency, has pretty much said that negotiations will no longer proceed where the police station land is concerned. And my question is, why was there even negotiations in the first place?
Yeah, these people, they want to keep that land for the village.
That's incredible.
It's so this
And
is the type of conversation.
Before you continue, April, let me just put one more thing on the list.
Tell me.
I know that in the firearms community,
yes.
there's a lot of conversations about the easement of restrictions where attachments are concerned to in terms of your firearm. If you're a licensed firearm holder, there are certain attachments that you would want to put on your weapon. Well, the ministry, essentially through the board, the Guns Control Board, is saying that we're easing restrictions on that. And once you have a license, you're able to go and acquire those attachments essentially freely.
Yeah.
And so these are some of the conversations that are buzzing. I know you wanted, I hear you and your excitement about the Kikocker topic, but perhaps we can begin with the domestic violence issue.
I was just gonna say money talks. That's all.
Yeah.
In that conversation, but yes, we have been seeing quite the stir, not just with the police officer Garbott case, but there was also another case last night involving another police officer where he also abused his wife, and those charged, and he was then charged, right? Apparently that one was even more fatal, where there was a stabbing involved. But I think that for the most part, before we even begin to deep dive into the nitty-gritty of it all.
This is the
police,
incident.
I believe it was police Chiak is his last name.
Yes.
Where there was a stabbing involved. She was more fatally wounded.
She wasn't fatally wounded.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Severely
wounded.
So in this incident, let's just get the facts on the table. So this is Mercedes Chiak.
Yes.
And he was arraigned yesterday on charges of
wounding,
use of deadly means of harm and wounding. This is another police officer. His wife was in court. So she appeared in court after she accused him of wounding her, stabbing her with a knife. She appeared in court and she attempted to have the charges withdrawn. However, the court did not give her the chance.
Yeah, and so I think that this is a good foundation for what we can continue to discuss, Paul, for our call-in segment. But what we're going to do right now is take a quick break.
Okay, we're gonna take a
when
break.
we return, we're going to start our phone lines are going to be open. So that number is 280-0016. And the first conversation of discussion is, what do you think about domestic violence, Belize? We put out a poll on our Facebook page, and so we're going to talk about those results right after this. Don't go away.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Let's get it on. The race for first is tightening up and heating up in the NEBL. And this Friday in Belmopan, the Belmopan Trojans try to stay alive versus the steaming hot Cayo Western Ballers. 8 p.m. at the UB Gymnasium. Then on Sunday night, the Dan Grieger Dream Ballers try to make a last push in the standings versus the dangerous San Pedro Tiger Sharks. 8 p.m. at the Russell Chiste Auditorium. And in Corazon, the Corazon Spartans, fresh off their first win, faces a test against the bad boys from the city, the Belize City Defenders. 8 p.m. at the Andres Campos Stadium. Giveaways, the NEBL girls, plus the National Sports Council and Fui Bolido, $5,000 halftime shooting challenge. Come out and rally behind your team this NEBL weekend. Sponsored by the Government of Belize.
Bye, bro. Take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
Alright, wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, you know, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than that agric. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agric right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happened right now. Plus, they even have raffle and they raffle money, then they raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agric right now.
But agreed, let's go
Let's go,
now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, our Friday episode, also known as What the Friday. We are opening the phone lines, and we hope by now you already have your cup of coffee on the table or on the couch with you as you get ready to call us. The phone lines are open, as we mentioned, and the number is 280-0016. At this time, we want to take a deep dive into the conversation of domestic violence here in Belize. We know right now there's a focus on domestic violence in law enforcement, specifically the Belize Police Department, after there was surveillance footage leaked on Facebook of a police officer assaulting his common-law wife and stepson. Since then, we also saw another report be put out yesterday where another police officer was charged. He goes by Mercedes Chiak of the GI3 unit. And that situation was even worse, where we saw on surveillance footage with Philip Garbut what he did to his common-law wife. Mr. Mercedes even used a weapon in this case. I believe Miss Munoz, Miss Rosie Munoz was reported to be stabbed in the neck. I believe there were also medical reports that rated it as wounding her situation. But I think there's a deeper conversation that should be had here. One of the things we did mention before the break was that we have a poll up currently. And so we invite you guys to share your thoughts on it. The question is, what do you think is the biggest reasons victims stay silent? And I think that's a great conversation that we should be having as well.
Where are we with the poll right now? Or
well, there are people
is this
who
the
are,
same poll?
So yes, so we took out this poll
there because I
yesterday.
think there's a couple polls.
And this poll we had posted on our Open Your Eyes Facebook page that was asking about the biggest reason of the DV victims.
Okay, oh yes, there it is.
So we had, certain options, for people to choose from, which is fear of retaliation, financial dependence, culture, stigma or shame, lack of trust in system, family pressure. And apart from the results, there was a lot of chit chat in the comment section as well, talking about all of the above.
What does the results show?
The results say that most people chose financial dependence, and we saw that in the conversation where involved the police officer Garbut. But we also saw that in several. We also saw several of these same comments from other in our newsline items.
Where did you see that in the conversation with PC Garbut?
Sorry, we have a caller.
We have our first caller this morning. Good morning, caller.
Caller, good morning. Sorry,
all right, I want to quickly.
We're gonna fix the lines. Maybe we lost that call, but don't worry, keep calling.
I want to quickly go back to the poll that's online though, because I have to say, it really brought out a lot of engagement from people. We have 2,600 votes on this particular poll, and a majority of them, I believe it was 49%, voted that financial dependence. Voted that financial dependence was the primary reason why people stay silent, with 1,300 votes from persons of that 2,600 agreeing. And I think that is a fair percentage as well. We also saw the second highest, which is 620 votes, saying lack of trust in the system, which goes to the very same thing that we are reporting on right now. Law enforcement being some of the very same people that are behind some of these violence that is taking place. With the first one being financial dependence, though, I think is a conversation that we've had many times. A lot of people stuck in this situation, they feel like they can't leave because they're depending on the same abusers. They have children for them as well.
It's not just about depending on the financial abusers. There were conversations about what would happen if this person does get charged. So it's not just staying because he takes care of me, but the conversation went into, well, why did they drop the charges, or why didn't they report them? And a lot of the times what happens in these cases is if they get charged, they get taken away, and if they get taken away, then that financial dependence also, is stripped from them as well. So there's a huge conversation.
There was a person commented on that.
Yes, that was the same conversation about regarding the police officer Garbut, because at the end of the day, whether she gets charged or whether he stays or all of these things, they don't feel like they have a way to fix their situation financially. right? A lot of the times, these single parents, they need somebody to take care of them. Perhaps they're not able to work for whatever reason. Perhaps they can't find work for whatever reason. But in this economy, it's very, very hard to be a single parent.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. And I'm not finding the excuses or anything like that. I'm just simply saying that everybody's situation is different, and so we have to be empathetic towards that.
The truth is, though, I think everything on the list
Yes.
are reasons why people stay, and specifically why people stay silent. There's the fear of retaliation, depending on who's the person that's the abuser. You fear that if you leave, a lot of times the abusers would brainwash or try to elicit even more fear into the person that they're abusing and telling them, if you leave, I'm going to do this. And so that's one of the reasons why they stay silent as well. We had a commenter say, it's hard to select one, but for sure, all you've mentioned. But fear is no doubt the driving force that has a stronghold on victims. That is why I always say to people, no one can tell a person facing abuse within the home to leave, because only they know when enough is enough.
There's another comment from Sonia Singh, and she's talking about the laws in Belize, and there needs to be enforcement. We can't be picking and choosing who to charge or be lenient with for whatever reason. And you know, I find that this is more going towards the case of Mr. Chiak, right? Because I believe that when he was charged with means of harm or something to that degree, right? So he wasn't necessarily charged for abuse or domestic abuse.
But let's talk about stigma really quickly, because there was a person here, a male, that said stigma and shame for men. And we don't want to ever make the conversation seem one-sided, because we acknowledge that there are also men who are abused as well. But unfortunately, majority of the reports that we see are of women being abused. But there's a level of shame that's also involved. People will get on social media and they want to say, if that me, I'm going to do this, or you fool for stay, or you this, you that. And so we have to acknowledge that there's a level of shaming involved in this as well.
But everybody can say whatever from the outside looking in, right? Everybody has a quote-unquote logical perspective when they're not the person living the experience. So you can all believe that, hey, if it was me, I may have fight back, or hey, if that was me, I may have left. You actually don't know. Unless you have lived a situation like that, you actually don't know. And so there is a level of fear, there is a level of judgment. Juliet Monique says, unfortunately, sometimes you go to family, and because they went through it, they don't advise you to leave. So if you won't have the family support, then that makes it hard. Some mothers don't want to believe their sons are capable, and so they don't keep them accountable. And that, if the pin never bend, the story never ends, because we have seen that time and time again.
Yeah, I also see where this conversation is going in the direction of do you have a call?
I believe we have a caller. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning.
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Share your thoughts.
Yes, you'll have to lower your television, caller, please. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, we can hear you now. Share us your thoughts.
Okay. To me, I'm telling you guys conversation. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Caller.
Okay, to me, it stems more than that, right? To me, it has a lot to do with self-worth as a woman, right? Because one thing I noticed is, especially black women, that we settle for less than what we deserve, you know? And I could know that this person is Marley's husband, and I'm still comfortable with having a relationship with this man, you know, settle for side chick position, right? And we need to understand that Belize has a lot of broken men, likewise a lot of broken women, right? We get in relationships with people, we don't even screen them, right? We see red flags, we ignore us, red flags because I am in love with him. You know, he knows that this, he does that, right?
Yeah.
And some of these men are in abusive homes. That is what they know, that is what they see. And as when most women, we just tolerate these things. Because I don't want to be single. And there are different things we see in this relationship. Thank you.
Thank you very much
so much
as
for
well.
your call. And I feel I had to listen very keenly to this caller because there is a lot to do with self-esteem and self-worth. And when you're in abusive relationships like this, we talk a lot about the physical, but we don't talk a lot about what it does to your psyche. When you are in these situations, that confidence, that self-esteem gets, pushed down more and more every single time you're in that situation. And when we've had people on the show that are professionals and experts on these matters, and they talk about at the end of the day, you feel like you did something to make that person hurt you, and you blame yourself, and you try to fix all of these things that are wrong with you. And when nothing works, you keep trying to find all of these avenues to fix things, and it really, really tarnishes your self-worth. So caller, thank you so much for sharing your opinion on that.
An abuser will use intimidation. An abuser will use threat. An abuser will tell you that you are nothing without them.
Yes.
An abuser will make you feel less worthy than you actually are. And what all of this does to a victim or a survivor, what all of this does, it makes the person feel, one, scared. So there's definitely a level of fear involved. It causes individuals going through the situation to constantly walk on eggshells in their own homes as opposed to feel safe. And people oftentimes stay and do as they're told because of this compounding narrative that you are less than human, or you are less than a woman. Man in some cases, but the data shows mainly women are subjected to this thing. You're less than woman without me. And so I think it's time that we really have this conversation about the tactics that abusers use to gain control. And all of this information comes from a publication that the United Nations published on their website. And one of the things that the United Nations declared on domestic violence, they identified that physical violence oftentimes comes as an escalation of a violent pattern in which the abuser uses an array of different types of abuse. So when you get to physical violence and even sexual violence at that, it is oftentimes, and this is what their studies have shown, it is oftentimes that emotional violence led up to that, or emotional abuse, led up to that. It's often shown that financial abuse even led up to that. And so there's a pattern. And this is why you will hear people say that in many cases, victims attempt to leave, or survivors attempt to leave multiple times before they actually leave the abusive relationship. They experience this emotional abuse and they say, you know what, I can't deal with this. They leave, they come back. They experience the financial abuse, I leave, I come back. They experience the physical abuses in many cases, I leave, I come back. And it takes, statistically, a survivor at least seven attempts before they actually leave. But what I'm saying is that it's compounding. What we saw in that video with PC Garbut didn't just come out of the blues based on statistics, and I don't think he's an anomaly where that just happened out of nowhere. That is a pattern of behavior, and we see it, and we have to call it out as it is. With Mr. Chia, it's a pattern of behavior, and you have to see it and you have to call it out as it is. They're not just about physical, emotional, financial, all of these
But you know, one of
array
the
of
things,
types of abuse.
that I also wanted to mention, because I think oftentimes when we think of abuse, we only see the explosion, right? We see the physical assault. But I think a lot of the reasons why women stay or men stay or the abused stay is because of the confusion, the cycle that they're in, that loop over and over. And I listen to a lot of different people share their thoughts on this, but it's always interesting when you hear from people who've been in that situation and gotten out, because they could name it, and it almost sounds textbook, just different scenarios, you know. And so I went searching to see if, you know, there are publications online that would actually validate some of these experiences. And again, it was in fact textbooks, textbook situations that were taking place. There's a cycle. So it begins with tension, right? You feel that like something wrong, your partner, he's on edge. Some abusers might pick fights, they might act jealous, possessive, and it might be a little bit mild and build up. They want to criticize you, they want to threaten you a little bit, but you be mild. They might, you know, use alcohol and drugs as an excuse of why they feel like that or why they're acting out like that. They might be moody. But then after that, that gets into the explosion. So you'd anticipate something will happen with the tension, and then the explosion takes place and the actual assault happens. And with that, you will get blamed. Yeah. You act out like this. You couldn't stop, you know, chop and complain and talk. That your fault, you know.
Yeah, your mouth.
Your mouth, you know. That only this problem, yeah, and then you to make it seem like that's something bigger. They want to talk about restraining partner. They want to talk about they'll destroy your property. They will actually physically assault you. They will verbally assault you. They will sexually assault you.
I think,
and then when that's done, I have to try and make it right. And so that's where the confusion begins, the honeymoon phase. I'm so sorry, April. You know what I had to go through. You know my job have me so stressed out right now.
That police.
We've been through so much together. We have kids. I there with you when you never have no job, and I had to build my life with you, April. Make we figure it out. And that's so confusing, you know. And then for women, you see the potential of this man. You see the moments when uno dey in a good phase,
please don't become man with potential, women. Please don't become man with potential.
You remember the good moments where you had, so you think, you know what, okay, I want to forgive you this last time, but we have to do counseling. And the man, he might even do the counseling. And then after that, the tension build again.
This is how I think
that there's
exactly
also
it's right here.
The pattern of removing them from their loved ones and family as well. Because remember that it's all about isolation. Like Paul mentioned, I am the only one that can take care of you. I am the only one that loves you. I'm the only one. And that doesn't mean, you know, other partners. You're talking about family, friends, people that can support you. Once you isolate them and it's just you and him or them in that bubble, you feel like you have nobody to run to. But I think we talk a lot about victims and we don't talk a lot about perpetrators. And I think in our society, especially when we're talking about these two cases with these persons in security, people, it's all about power. Right? I need to be able to feel so big and to have control over you that I need to make you feel so small and break you down so I feel good about myself. Right? We don't talk enough about why these men do these things. You go have a stressful job. Heck, I have a stressful job too. You don't see me pounding on people, right? So it's really and truly all about power and control. When you're talking about being in a situation like that, and that's why when we talk about the abused, while yes, the higher statistic is on women, people that are abused regardless of the person that is being that perpetrator, that person that is trying to gain that power over you and that control over you, and whatever that does makes them feel good about themselves, right? When these men are talking about the way that man went at that woman in that video, it was literally, you see it in his body language, you see it in his face. He felt good at what he did. And I know that we're talking a lot about the women in this scenario, but there was a child involved. So, and that when you said that boy pick up that bat, Paul, you know that that's never the first.
Let's read a comment really quickly. We have Ange Alva's comment up at this time. Ange Alva said, reasons victims stay. Kids are too young to go find a job. Financial dependency, no one to help out with the kids, for everyone else works. Some men actually threaten to kill them if they leave. Definitely fair. Women tend to say they are in love and are blinded by this. Sometimes parents and others don't help, for they keep returning to the toxic relationship.
You also have a comment by Juliet Monique that says, instead of asking why women don't leave, can we ask why men, and so many men, are so unhealed? Exactly. That's exactly what I've been asking. She also goes further to state, Belizean little boys are not being brought up right in the first place. It's all about that machismo mentality, right? You have to be able to act tough, to make you act like a man.
Yeah.
You know, we're not teaching our boys to be emotionally intelligent, and that's a huge problem in our society.
Tasha Ford just made a comment, and she was saying that she was in a relationship for 10 years, and 7 years, and out of the 7 years, 2 of them were actually good. And I think that's another thing that people don't remember or don't properly acknowledge. It's not necessarily as you get in a relationship, you'll start getting abused, you know? They have to gain your trust. They have to make you feel comfortable, build a foundation.
Isolation.
And a lot of times it begins with love bombing, and then the isolation, and then the tension, and then the explosion, and then the honeymoon again. But the comment from Tasha Ford, if I could read it really quickly, she said, this is true. I was in a relationship for 7 years. Out of that, 2 years was good. After that, I got abused in every way possible. I got up and get out, or I would die. All the things y'all is saying is true. I went through all of that. I got tired and had to move out. We as women just need to be strong, gain your strength, and leave. Love yourself. It starts with you.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'd like to switch the conversation a little bit, just for this, just because I know we have a little bit less, a little bit of time. There are conversations also surrounding whether or not the magistrate should have dropped the case, whether or not the magistrate should have allowed the mother of the child, the partners to throw out the case, right? And I am of the view that I align myself with the view that the magistrate should not have allowed the partner to come in where the Philip Garbut incident took place, and allow the partner to come in and have the case dropped. But at the same time, I don't fault the magistrate in this case specifically, because it's 5 to 6 weeks into the case, and the matter is in its preliminary stage, right? So I want to add some context to that, because I know a lot of people bashing the magistrate and magistracy. So one can argue that in this case, since it's in its preliminary stage, all the evidential material that is a part of this case, the magistrate has not seen as yet. The magistrate has not been privy, so as not to prejudice the case, privy to watch that video, right? So when a matter like this comes before them and they allow the case to be dropped, a request is made, then I could see where the magistrate reasons, without seeing the evidence and without seeing this very egregious video, that the prosecution says there's no more evidence to present, we won't move forward with it, and the magistrate says let the case be dropped. We saw a different situation with the Chiak incident now that this video has gone forward and there's all this public uproar. But at the same time, I think that it's a long-standing practice in the court system that has been allowed to continue, where women make these reports and then come behind and drop the charges. And this is a recurring problem, and the courts needs to get a handle on this. And if you all think that Mr. Chiak and Mr. Garbut, that the first two, because we talk about Chiak and we talk about Garbut,
because those are the examples that we have.
There are many Chiaks and Garbuts out there.
Yeah, but no, check check the records.
Yeah.
It's actually on record, and we've actually been reporting on them, but we haven't been having these types of conversations because we haven't seen video evidence in the manner we've seen video evidence with Mr. Garbott. And so we, as a public, we are at fault too, because we've read the reports. We've seen where, let's take for example, October 1st, 2025. If you all don't believe me, it's in the reports. Check it. PC Crispin Tessicum,
I remember
charged
this
for
case.
damage to property, aggravated assault with a dangerous instrument, and wounding upon his estranged common law wife. He pleaded not guilty, and the common law wife had a change of heart and decided to drop all charges. But you think it done there? August 2025, Jamal Augustine, attached to the GI3 at the time, he allegedly attacked his 26-year-old girlfriend and faced a single charge of wounding. During the arraignment, the girlfriend was present and told the court she does not want any further court action. What did the court do? The court dropped the charge. It's a pattern.
Yeah,
We have not been taking a closer look at the pattern.
But Paul, let's not forget this date, October 20th, 2025, an example of when you actually try to leave and you try to gain a restraining order. That's an example of why women also fear leaving. And that was Miss Angelita Magana. She tried to report. And what happened? She ended up dying with her children.
Well, here I'm.
We have a caller.
Yes, let's take the call.
Yes, good morning, caller.
Paul, I totally agree with you, you know. What a lot of people don't realize, the court pushes for conviction. And in many of these cases, for whatever reason it may be, the woman comes out and says, I want to start it. But I tell you something where a lot of people don't realize. And I don't know since when it was removed or not used as a practice within the laws of Belize. Whenever a person in a case like this, the magistrate or the police can move to charge the woman with mischievous act because she's wasting the court's time. And there's another issue within the laws of Belize, and I don't know if it has changed or why they don't put it in practice, where based on the information and based on the charge, the Crown, meaning the court, Her Majesty's Court, can charge without the complainant being there, or even the complainant says, I don't want no charges. Based on the case, based on the type of injury, the state should look at the issue and forward the charge based on the evidence. If it's a clear-cut case where, for example, take that video, for example, you're seeing it. Because a lot of times, these females show, I don't want no charges because of fear, because of coercion, because of threat, or whatever the case may be. The court itself can be an advocate and forward the charge based on the evidence that they're seeing. But they need to take seriously and do something about these people that faces harm, faces damage, and for some reason they obstruct the courts of law. I call it obstruction of justice when you make a report based on you're getting hurt or a child getting hurt and you drop the child. No, man, that is obstructing the courts of justice. They should be charged, they should be held accountable, because not only they're wasting the court's time, right? All this cry in the social media platform, when these cases are thrown out, the court gets the blame. The magistrate gets the blame. Yeah. Sometimes the police officers get the blame. The ones that's dealing with the case, that is.
The prosecutors.
Because I do agree with another thing. It seems that there is a history of alleged police brutality within their household that need to be addressed. I don't know if it's frustration with dealing with everybody's problem that they can't deal with their own problems at home.
All right.
I have an outcry. I know I make this long time on there, so.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, thank you very much.
I have an outcry out there on the Philip Garber case. My issue about the Philip Garber case is there's a failure within the system there. That child, the case with the child, should have been dealt with from the onset. There are two different charges there. There was a charge addressed the woman and one that addressed the child. My issue is the system, all these advocates that are screaming right now should have been screaming from the onset because the video was out there from the time they tried this money. I look at it as they're using this child as a plan B. Since the so-called welfare person and our wife dropped the charge, then nobody never knows nothing if they never have this public outcry, you know. You never may hear none for human development, you never may hear none for special envoy.
Because Carla, we not hear nothing for
cry.
We not hear no sort of outrage about the other cases, and all are we guilty?
I agree. That is what I'm saying. Only when there is an outcry from the people, you see these advocates running and oh, they did this and they did that.
But do you think, caller, that it's because
the child became a plan B? When the child should have been a plan A in the first place. Anyway, let's
Thank you so much, Carla, for your thoughts and your opinions. And we just need to inform our viewers that we do get your calls, but we can't take them all at once when somebody's on the line. That's the reason why we're not answering. But please do call and share your thoughts and just kind of agreeing with the caller.
The aspect is a huge thing.
We have a comment on our Facebook Live. I think it's Stephanie Greenwich that basically is agreeing with the caller, saying we need a no-drop policy in evidence-based cases. We live in digital times. The digital trail, such as the video evidence, should allow for victimless prosecution.
But here's what I'm cautious about, right? I'm a bit cautious about the approach, and it has to be ventilated, and everybody has to get around the table, because I'm cautious that if victims feel like they can't drop the cases, like they're not free to drop the cases, then they might just not report the case.
Yeah.
Right? And it may lead to some under-reporting, right? And the numbers might go down in terms of reporting. But I one final bone for pick, and now with the department.
Yeah.
Because I hear what the police department is saying in terms of dispensing justice in this case internally, right? A police officer, though charged, though placed on interdiction, though suspended, they have to go through due process.
Yeah.
And it begins with the professional standards, brands launching an investigation. Then they have to sit before a tribunal. I get that. And then they have a right to representation when they sit before that tribunal. I get that. And then the tribunal makes a decision, and the tribunal recommends whether or not this person is to be dismissed or not. So it's not a case where where the department can just say, all right, you dismiss. This is a public service, brother. You're not get dismissed so easy. easy.
I want-
So let me just say quickly. So yes, there must be a tribunal hearing, but how long does that tribunal hearing take to come up? How long must we wait for a decision to be made by the tribunal? This video says that this incident happened from February 17th.
We are.
February passed, March passed, April passed.
And we're still here.
And we are still here months. And I understand people busy and they have things to do, but urgency must be placed on matters like this when it comes to the department's
Paul,
internal mechanism.
Paul, I want to get
my
back.
personal
I want to get
view.
back to what Sabrina mentioned before the caller called, and that is in the case of Miss Magana, right, where she did everything right. She did everything right.
Yep.
She went to the court. She pressed charges, etc., etc. What happened? He got a 6 months in prison. And what happened when, as soon as he was released, he went after this woman, found her. She tried to hide. She moved. She went to a different community. She got out, Paul. She got out, and he still found her after he got basically a slap on the wrist of 6 months in prison, found her and murdered her and her children.
Yeah.
So when you talk about a system, yes, I get
Now you
everything
talk
what you
about
just said.
police and
I
internal
understand what you just said with
police
everything like that,
officers.
but I'm talking about the system in general. Because when everybody is there blaming the victims, well, why didn't I left, why didn't I drop charges, why this, why that, look at what happened to Miss Magana.
I also want to quickly point out a case that was 2 years ago, because the last caller that we had spoke about the fact that the only time we come forward and we speak about these things are when we see the videos surfacing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of us, that's the only time that we can prove that something is taking place. You know, you might suspect, but I think it's the shock of it, the shock and awe of
So we
seeing
don't
it on
believe the
surveillance. We don't see it unless it's like on surveillance, and it's kind of like it shocks you into realizing, oh my gosh, this is really happening. Unfortunately, Paul, I do believe that there are people who don't believe the victims right away. But I want to look at abuse in general, and not just women or men, and even children. I go back to a case 2 years ago that was also captured on surveillance. A father or a stepfather abusing a child on a bicycle. That one also sparked outrage by all of us online when we saw it. I believe the man at the time, he kicked the kid and all of that, and it even struck a chord with the then commissioner, Chester Williams.
Yeah.
He even took on this case on his own. That man only got a year, which was the maximum that he could have gotten. And how disturbing that video is. That child, obviously, you would assume he was being abused much more before that, or at least times before that. If he could have been, you know, if he could have bravely just kicked that child in the open like that, imagine what a picnic they get behind the scenes. And so for us, I think we should even be questioning the penalties involved. You said that that guy only got 6 months. Imagine what that lady was experiencing behind closed doors. But it really it strikes a chord with us when we see it on surveillance, because I think it forces us to acknowledge this is taking place.
Yeah. There is a comment by Cher Rivero on our Facebook Live. It says, if women had more confidence in the system to protect them, they would not feel fear and withdraw charges. But the legal system has failed women too many times. This is not a fault of women. Put these men in prison immediately and stop blaming women. The legal system, that biscuit, girl, that no lie.
And she said, and that's exactly why the story of Nora Parham came to be. Our system is failing. We need immediate prison and sentence starting at 30 years.
Yes, and then we have Tasha Ford that says, I believe that the system should just charge, and if the parent don't want to charge them both parties, because it's just a matter of time before it happens again. I never had a man beat my kids, but he did say he was going to kill us. I got out because I love my kids too much. I left his kids with him. I did not want to, but I had to. I got out of 6 months. Now I have no home, just renting, and I'm still here trying for my kids. These men are sick and need help. No, he's calling me back. I will never go back for the sake of my kids. I love myself too much. I forgive him, but will never go back in no way, shape, or form.
And I want to just correct and say these abusers are sick, because abusers are men and women.
They come in all forms.
And these kids, they are going to suffer in the long run. The psychological impacts that they will have. Tyler was asking about that in the comment section earlier, that he wonders what this child will be like, you know, in the future. A lot of these abusers, though, they were abused as children as well, or they witnessed abuse as well. And so whether they become abusers, they might show up with, you know, severe mental health disorders as well. That's another area. I saw the World Health Organization say you might even just be obese, you know? So you really hold on to trauma in various ways. It shows up with other illnesses as well in your body, where you store that type of trauma as well. But unfortunately, we are running out of time. We want to say thank you to everyone who engaged with us in the comment section, who called as well. I don't know if we are completely out, producer. Can you clarify if we have space for at least one more call? We will be getting that notice.
All right. Well, as we are winding down, I just got an official press release from the Ministry of Transport when it comes to the bus fares, if anybody wants to hear that very quickly. But it says that the Ministry of Transportation shares approved 2026 National Highway Maximum Bus Fares as of April 24, 2026. The ministry hereby shares the approved National Highway Bus fare rates. The ministry emphasizes that these rates represent maximum allowable fares, providing a structured ceiling within which operators may set their pricing. Operators may charge lower rates than prescribed, but not higher. The rates represent the best compromise possible with operators in an attempt to balance operator interests and commuters' welfare. So listen very keenly, because these are some numbers and we're going to toss them out. Paul, you got your calculator ready? The new rate structure incorporates the 18 cents per mile for regular runs and 20 cents per mile for express runs as approved by Cabinet, with the aim of allowing highway operators to adjust previous fares that may fall below these rates. Previous rates that were higher than these rates, other than the short drop rates, have been kept. The new rate structure keeps the previous short drop rates used within the adjacent to municipalities as they apply to the national highway routes. Short drop rates are higher per mile rates to compensate operators for making many short stops in municipalities that lead to higher operating costs. So the ministry hereby takes this opportunity to thank everybody, etc., etc. So it's 18 cents and 20 cents.
20 cents.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to be keeping you updated on that.
All right, well, that's about it. We are officially closing the phone lines. Again, thank you to everyone who joined in on the conversation, both online and on the phone with us. We are going to take a quick break now, but don't go anywhere. We still have great conversations to continue with. When we come back, we'll be joined by representatives of the Belize Tourism Board as they introduce Vines in Paradise.
Full-Tech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Full-Tech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomie. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
Areas was planned to open in 2020, and that's when COVID came. I thought the dream was dead. People would come to my house, they would purchase the coffees from there. That gave me the little confidence, like, okay, I could do this. Atlantic Bank, of course, helped me take the next step. Once I had their support, it was smooth sailing from there. This business is my life. It's literally what provides my family with food and employment. I employ 3 family members, so it's really everything for us.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Insurance fact. Did you know with Home Protector Insurance, construction projects can receive insurance coverage from start to finish? We offer a variety of bonds. This includes bid bonds, advance payment bond, performance bonds, or others. Let Home Protector be a part of your team and help safeguard you through your next project. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
Hello, I am Roy Reyes, owner of Fina Purified Water Corozal Town. I am the proud owner of 3 jack trucks. These trucks are very reliable, spacious, fuel efficient, and I would advise any business owner, try jack. You will be very satisfied with their performance.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progresso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
Tourism in the Caribbean is evolving, and the way we grow it matters more than ever.
The
Sustainable Tourism Conference 2026 is the Caribbean's premier space for forward-thinking tourism leaders. The conference will be held in San Pedro and Burgess Key from the 27th to the 30th of April, and the conference is hosted by the Belize Tourism Board and the Caribbean Tourism Organization.
If you are part of the tourism industry, whether in hospitality, a tour operator, or managing a destination, this is for you.
This year's theme, Tourism in Full Color, explores how we grow tourism sustainably and inclusively across the blue, green, orange, and purple economies.
You'll gain practical experience, connect with regional and international leaders, and you will drive the future of tourism in Belize and the wider Caribbean.
And getting involved is simple. Registration is quick and easy with multiple payment options to suit your needs.
So, if you've been thinking about attending,
now is the time.
Join us.
See you in Belize at STC 2026.
The future is calling. Belize Bank. Your future, our commitment.
Welcome back. Joining us for our second conversation of What the Friday, we have the marketing manager at Winesmith, Miss Michelle Moore, and she's here to talk to us about Vines in Paradise. This is going to be the second rendition that BTB takes out, no? So good morning, Michelle. Welcome.
Good morning, guys.
All right, and I also see you brought goodies for us.
Of course. We're going to start our morning off a little on the
it's
wine
Friday.
side. It's
Yeah.
Friday, so why not?
But let's talk about Vines in Paradise for
you mind?
our viewers that don't
Sure,
know.
absolutely.
Okay, please, go ahead.
You want me to? Oh, you got
What
it?
is it,
Sure.
and why should we be excited for it?
All right, so Vines in Paradise is a 3-day weekend event that we host in Placencia, and it's in, just make sure that you not poke somebody, I agree.
No, Paul has been here around the block a few times, yes.
Yeah, so it's a 3-day event that we have in Placencia, and it's in collaboration with BTB, Naya, Winesmith, the Little Wine Bar in Placencia, as well as Alaska Airlines.
Yes.
Yes, so day one is our winemakers dinner. Which happens across four restaurants in Placencia. And what we do is separate the winemakers that come in with the black. Yay!
We had all the faith in you, Paul. We trusted that you know how to do that.
All right.
Yes, continue.
So we have some winemakers that come in through the Black Vines organization, who are also stakeholders, I might add, out of Oakland, California. And we pair, or rather the restaurants create a whole menu specifically for these wines that the winemakers bring in, and we have a 4-course meal that is shared throughout the night. So we are inviting all our local Belizeans to attend, and we're even giving them a Belizean rate of 150 Belize for a 4-course meal that is wine paired.
Wow. So the idea of the vines is, where the wine comes from, the grapes, and the paradise is just being here in Belize.
Yes,
Wherever in
exactly.
Belize, it's paradise. I think it's really cool. I know that we also have, joining us virtually, is Joseph Smith. He's the owner of Winesmith and JSL Wines. Good morning, Mr. Smith.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having us.
It's a pleasure having you here. Now, I have to ask Mr. Smith, since you are the owner of Wine Smith and JSL Wines, I'm pretty sure you know a thing or two about wines, right? What would you say is the wine culture here in Belize?
I think the wine culture in Belize has grown tremendously from the time we got involved. The direction we go in is exactly what my vision was on the early start. I've been in this business for about 30 years now, but Belize has showed me a lot of potential that we're not just focused on one dimensional. We are actually willing and able and are waiting to grow this community of wine lovers in Belize. So the response has been tremendous. So I love the direction we're going.
Tell us a bit about one of the wines we already have in our glasses. This is the Etrevue, the Verse by Stig the Artist.
Okay, yeah, that's a sparkling brut, California sparkling brut wine. That wine, again, just like it says, the Etrevue brut with by Stig the Artist. So, I mean, I know most of the viewers or everybody's familiar with who Stig the Artist is, one of Belize's prominent musician coming out of Belize. So, a good friend of mine as well. So we've been talking about this for a few years before we launched. And I saw an opportunity for something greater than just a musician. And I told him with the fame and the tenacity that he has, I think this would be a great avenue for him to actually divest into something other than music, which plays hand in hand. And also I wanted to give someone an opportunity to not just focus on one dimension, but hey, you can actually be an owner of something as well at an early age. And that's kind of what I brought to that table for him. So me and Stig decided to do this jointly, and we launched the Etrevue brand, and here we are today.
As we're about to take a sip, what can we expect? We're going to taste it, but what can we expect? How do you describe this taste?
So this Etrevue here, so we do different version. We have a raspberry version, but the one that you have, which is the brut, I'm assuming that's what you have in the glass.
Yeah.
I can't see anything, so the one that you guys have, the brut, and that one has a lot more citrus notes to it, maybe a little green apple as well. The main thing with sparkling wine for me, it just signifies an awe. It signifies a feeling of accomplishment. So anytime you open sparkling wine, if you realize it's always in celebration of. So that's what that represents to us, sparkling wine. But taste of what you're going to get in that glass is more tropical notes, a little bit of citrus and some green apple.
Yeah, I do smell the green apple.
Taste.
Excuse me?
No, we're tasting it.
This is really good.
It's good. It's good.
It does. You do taste that green apple. It's like right at the aftertaste.
I love the sparkle. I love the bubbliness of it. I do get the citrusiness of it. And then the alcohol content just hits you exactly how you would want. Something like this. This doesn't only feel like classy. This also feels like celebration at a concert, right? Yeah. So it's best of both worlds for me.
But Mr. Smith, with so many wines on selection and yourself probably having different selections that you love and enjoy, how do you go about deciding what to choose for Vines in Paradise?
Good question. Great question. So collectively, I have formed a team in Belize that's a very, very wine enthusiast at this stage now. So this is not a single selection for myself, but my whole team. Yeah. So we have meeting and we go through the portfolio, and then we look at where we think the wine fits or suits best. So we look at menus. We said, okay, how are we going to pair X, Y, Z with the menu? And that's kind of the process. So our team will go through collectively and we'll start pinpointing where the wine fits. On this particular weekend, next weekend, we're gonna have almost the entire portfolio that we carry out there, just because we have so many different events that we're gonna be a part of. I mean, we're talking Thursday night, which is the welcome night. We got the Friday morning brunch at Panamaya. We got the Friday night winemaker dinners at 4 different restaurants. We have the Saturday night festival, which is at the Naya Resort. And then we have also the Mohoki day trip. So there's so many things happening, and each one of them have a different atmosphere, different feel. So definitely the portfolio is going to be out. Not just our portfolio, but we have 8 other winemakers coming from California with their own portfolio. So it's a wine extravaganza weekend. If you're a wine lover, I think this is a great opportunity to taste an abundance of wine that and other times you kind of wouldn't have that opportunity. So it's coming to Belize. I think it's going to be a great weekend for you to come out and try all these wines.
So Michelle, let's talk about the 4 days, right? Because I know we're talking about wines and foods and the different atmospheres that we can expect. So there's a different menu every day with a different pairing of wine every day. With different entertainment every day. I'm just asking so that because then we need to get a feel of what if I want to go only on a Saturday, right?
All right, well, let's go through the itinerary. The Thursday night is more of a welcome night for our stakeholders, and it's a very short, intimate occasion. But on Friday night is when we have the first real event, which is the winemakers dinner. It's going to be happening at Muna inside the Elysian, Bamboo inside Blue Reef, Gogon Grill inside Turtle Inn, and The View inside the villas at Playa de Coco, which is
all in Placencia.
this is all in Placencia. So you can choose one of these restaurants, and you can see their menus on our social media, on the Vines in Paradise website, and on QuickPass, and you can choose where you would like to have your meal, right? Unfortunately, you can only pick one, and then it goes from 6 to 8. And then if you only want to attend Saturday night, that's fine. Saturday night is our main event at Naya, which is a concert on the beach. And yes, and it will include all of the winemakers that are invited to attend, so you can sample all of their wines. Wines will be flowing, guys. And Naya is also providing us with food and the music on the beach. And on the beach we have Chris Bradshaw and Jay Cass from here in Belize. Yes.
Yeah.
And we're also bringing in one of our winemakers, Marcus Johnson, is also a jazz pianist. So he will also be performing. And we have a special guest, Guapele, who is out of California also, and she does very smooth jazz music.
So give me an idea of the ticket price and what you get. So for $150 USD per person, you go for the event.
Yes. But before we get that, I forgot to mention our brunch the Friday morning at Prana Maya. That's $50 US, and all the food is included, and you get to do a wine tasting as well. And then Sunday we have a Mohoki wine down trip.
So okay.
All right.
exciting.
So for Saturday night, it is $150 US for our international guests, but locals enjoy a rate of $200 Belize dollars.
Okay.
And food and drinks are included, and the music as well on the beach.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we will have extra view there. We'll also have.
So
What
this
is this?
this is a Riesling from the McBride Sisters collection. It's called the Black Girl Magic Riesling.
I do it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I can pour a little bit if you'd like.
Sure.
All right, we'll pour
We
it
have
in
to
the other.
finish. No. Okay.
We have another glass.
I'll pour less this time.
Yes.
We have another glass.
Because
Oh, you wanted us to finish it?
She wanted us to finish this.
No problem.
Okay, Paul.
Let me help you.
I'm just making sure. I didn't know.
Paul gets 2 now.
You know, Paul understands the assignment better than Sabrina and I do sometimes. But this is lovely. It's called a tasting, right? This is what they pour if they want you to sample the wines if you actually like it.
Yes.
Right?
It's so amazing that you can smell the difference between the two.
They're very
Already.
different wines. They're different grapes.
Is this the one that you were like, it smelled like the cement situation? Okay, I'm just asking.
You just really.
No. I love. You want to know why I love that description? Because I can understand.
All right,
So what are the notes that we're smelling here?
So this one is a Riesling from the McBride Sisters collection, and what the McBride Sisters will be at the 3-day weekend festival, but not necessarily this wine, because Winesmith carries this wine for them. They will have other wines, so you know, if you want to give those a try, you gotta go in.
It says notes of apricot, honey, and jasmine on the nose.
This one
leading to a mouth-watering, slightly sweet medley of golden apple and citrus.
This one is
This should smell like shea butter to me, though.
Yeah,
yeah. Like
we have the same brain, Sam.
This should smell like a curly hair. All right, let's
less
taste it.
bubbly, a bit more fruity.
No bubbles.
Yeah, no bubbles.
Yes, but very fruity.
Oh, yeah, I love that it's not too sweet
And
because
it's still a little clean.
Smooth,
yes.
Yeah, man.
It's very
Still a little
smooth. I really like that. So we're talking. So we have you. I like that you brought us the
Different
usual
winemakers.
supply, right?
Okay.
Because we have our sparkling.
Yes.
We have our white, and
And
then we have our red. Okay.
Now, Mr. Smith, do you have a personal favorite from the lineup?
From what you guys have tasting right now, or from the whole portfolio?
From both.
Start with what's on
You
the
know,
table.
I mean, I would be biased towards my wine, but I think our Concrete line has some beautiful wines in it. The GSL line has some beautiful. My favorite wine from Concrete is the Cabernet, which is a Clements Hill Cabernet Sauvignon, which is really, really dense, graphite on the palate, a lot of tobacco, chocolate, really dense wine, which is what I love. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. I think
Yes, we hear you perfectly well.
Okay, good. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite from the Concrete line. My GSL line, I got to go with my rosé, Sanya Rosé, which is a blend of 4 different varietals: Grenache, Carignan, Cinsault, and Mourvedre, which is a Provence-style rosé.
That sounds like you spoke a different language.
Belizean food, ceviche, panades, salbutes. This is the type of wine that you use almost like street food meets wine. That's kind of how I love to pair the rosé. So tacos, all those fish tacos and stuff like that, great with the rosé. So those are some of my favorites.
So, Mr. Smith, I have a question in terms of, I know that you locally sell the wines here. It's definitely a Belize brand. Are there any sorts of plans or conversations about having your winery here in Belize? We're seeing movements across the board with more winter berries and so forth being grown here. Are there any conversations about planting here in Belize?
You know, I think I've talked to not many, but I've talked to a few people in Belize about that exact topic. And it's definitely something that piques my curiosity. I have never ruled that out. I've always had an intention to do some sort of winemaking in Belize. So the near future looks bright for me. I think there's potential there. And one of the main things that this whole avenue of wine in Belize is not, I think it's a new economy that we're forming in Belize. It's something that we love, we use, and it can generate income and it can stimulate economy. So I see this as an extension of the culinary arts in Belize, where you have vocational school teaching these kids how to be a chef, how to be a waiter, how to be a bartender. I see this as in the same realm. So I envision this already. We do small classes and talks at the vocational school, which is the Cayo set. When I'm in Belize, we do small talks there. And this year will be an extension of that. I think there's definitely room for something like this to happen in Belize, because I'm on an international stage here, making wine on an international level, and my wine travels all over the world. I mean, I've served it. I think you guys heard we actually had the Prince and from Duchess. Is that correct, Michelle?
Yes.
That actually
Prince
came
and
Kate, I can't remember what their title was again.
No, not Harry.
William?
Kate and William.
Kate
Yes.
and William.
Yes.
William,
They were given the opportunity
They-
the Duke and Duchess, yes, and they were able to choose their own wine, and they chose our Concrete.
Wow.
Concrete. So what we're trying to say is, wine in Belize is definitely something that could actually bring a different demographic of tourism in the Belize, because no matter where you travel, the scenery is beautiful, the people are beautiful, our food is beautiful. But the one thing that I realized, that we love food, but we never try to make it on an international level, where if you look all over the world, that's how food is served. Food and wine is a medley. They go together.
Yeah,
So
and that
we are trying to set that stage now to where we have great food, but we have not put that other foot forward to bring the wine in and complement it. So that's where we come in, and that's kind of the gospel to us. That's what we're spreading in Belize, so people can do this. Like, I see this in a big way, making a big impact for many newcomers into the wine business.
Yes.
Many young kids that are growing up could actually have an advantage of what we're doing today. So
Yes, Mr.
it's a new economy, so I'm thinking we're focusing on that.
And that's what makes this event so special. As we wrap up, we have one final tasting to do. This is another wine that will be featured. Tell us a bit about what to expect from this one.
And as you are pouring our wine, Mish, just kind of give our viewers a little bit more of an overview as to where they can get tickets, how much, and of course, a shout out to your sponsors.
All right, great. So here we have our Indigenous Cellars Pinot Noir. Indigenous Cellars is also coming for the Vines in Paradise Festival. So this Pinot Noir leans on the fruitier side, with a hint of earthiness, which is how I was supposed to describe my Ssegment experience to you.
But I like it. I like it. And you know what? You told me, and maybe it's a placebo effect, but I smell it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, right?
So it's a very...
this is my favorite smell, if nothing else.
See?
The smell of red wine?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it would be the Ssegment. All right, so tickets for our Vines in Paradise are available at BTB here in Belize City.
Yes.
In Placencia, you can purchase tickets at Naya Resort and Spa or the Little Wine Bar. You can also purchase your tickets at Winesmith in San Ignacio and, of course, on Quick Pass.
Okay. All right. And of course, you said that there is a Belizean rate.
Yes. So for the winemakers dinner, locals enjoy a $150 Belize 4-course meal with wine pairings, and for our main night, which is the concert night, locals enjoy $200 per person, all inclusive.
All right. Of course,
I
your sponsors.
really like this. I just really good.
I could tell.
This is my favorite.
He
It's my
finished
favorite of them all. I'm not trying to be bad. They're all good. This,
No, that one is very good. And of course, your sponsors.
Oh yes, and of course we'd like to thank Interdistrict Shipping, IDS. There are one of our sponsors, and Pentagram Media. They both have been instrumental in helping this event happen.
All right. Well, all roads lead to the south.
That's right.
On April 30th, all the way to
May 3rd.
Yes. So they have the long weekend. It's a holiday weekend. So of course, why not celebrate with some wine and some jazz? Why not?
Why not?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Michelle, thank you so much for being here.
Thank
of course,
you too.
Mr. Smith, thank you so much for joining us via Zoom.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, we take a quick break, and when we come back, the party not stop because we're going into the Belize Music World Festival as they feature Tarrus, Riley, and Skip Marley. Don't want to miss that? We'll be right back.
Bye, bro. Take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
All right. Wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than that agree. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agree right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happen right now. Plus, they even have raffle and raffle money, then they raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agri cry now.
I agree, dog. Let's go
Let's go.
now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
In the heart of the Kaya district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes. What the Friday edition. We are joined by our friend John Marsden. He's the organizer of the Belize Music World Festival. And this one's for you guys hoping for some reggae vibes, because he is bringing Tarrus Riley and Skip Marley to the stage for this next big event.
I mean, hope you bring out this morning, you know, I'm come prepared.
What the man there,
John?
Man the pie way.
Nice. That's good.
He lands this morning. Both land this morning.
Love that.
His band is already in country.
Okay.
Is already in country. But Tarrus himself and Skip and his band lands today.
Nice.
So yeah.
Yes.
Belize Music World Festival.
Yeah. So I imagine that when these guys land, it will be like a superstar fanfare occasion, right?
Yes, I anticipate. I mean, I've been getting calls. I tell people my phone has been ringing and plinging.
It ringing right now. It literally.
What are fans calling and telling you? What are people saying about this event?
People are just trying to know where they can get tickets, how they can reserve their cocktail tables. The cocktail tables we ran out yesterday. We sourced more today, so we do have more available today. We can hit up the number, the 622-9754 number, and then we will send you instructions how to do it. And try and get. We only have 10. I sourced 10 last night. So
what makes this lineup special, John?
Full-on band show.
That sounds so nice.
We
gotta go, guys.
I know. I'm convinced that if I first.
Maybe we go. We were all pack up to the general section.
This is not how the marketing works, John.
Go ahead, John. What makes this lineup special?
I mean, it's a full-on band show. So we start at 8, right? We begin with a DJ. We need the DJs to help us. One, entertain the crowd when we're switching over the bands, and two, we need to give the people more than just reggae vibes. Yes, it's a reggae concert, but we're going to give you some soca, we're going to give you some pop music, we're going to give you everything so that people will like to party, want to have the vibe. We don't want to stop nobody from having a dull moment. It's that enter into the venue and know that I come here to have a good time, and I'm going to have a good time. Not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time.
Yeah.
Right? So
this event is for like older and young.
Old and young. We cater to older people by, we're having seats lined on the side, so yes, you're able to stand, you're able to dance, you're able to gyrate and enjoy the concert, but sometimes I always say, I need a league break, man. I want to take a seat. So on the sides, we will be having seats for you, comfortable seating that you can go take a seat. Understand? Okay, I ready for go back to party now. I go back go
give me the lineup. Give me the rundown. So you say start with the DJ, continue for me.
Yeah, so we started the DJ at 8. Our first entertainer is Pen Caetano with his band. Pen is bringing his friends Miami, Mohobob with him. We don't know my
I just know your gimme.
Yeah. So as a semi or gimme, we start off with them. We switch over, we have our DJ in intermission while we switch over to J Cass. J Cass comes on and give us all his hits. And you know how J Cass does it.
Yeah.
He prepare us for the Bob segment. After that we switch over again, we go to DJs, we line our DJs and then we come on with Skip. Skip is bringing his family with him. I can't say with
all the
Marleys. It's more than
So you really get more
so
than
we're
Marley
getting
people.
more, right? Anybody that has been to a Marley concert knows that at some segment we're going to have a tribute to Bob, right?
Nice.
I personally wish I may see Bob in my lifetime, but I have to live through his family, right? So I was sure we're going to do a Bob segment. He's bringing his brother, his mother. You know, they are very
musical
people,
family.
Inspirational people in the music thing.
Yeah.
So afterwards, we switch over again. We do band change again, and then we finish off with Tarrus. Tarrus says, "Don't stop me. I'm going to stop when I feel like."
Love it. So this is not Tarrus's first time to Belize, but it is the Marley's first time.
So
this
is Tarrus's third time.
And the Marley's first time.
So Skip's first time.
Yes.
So Skip's first time. Skip is very, very excited. Very excited. He want to come for yesterday, but because of other things and commitments he had, he says he has to come this morning. So we invite everybody, all the media, everybody to come greet them at the airport. They arrive 11 a.m. this morning. So bring everybody, bring your friends, yourself orderly, and take a picture. I mean, Skip, his excitement, when we talk to him, he's very excited. I want to see all the people. I want to see as much as I can see in these 2 days that I'm here in Belize.
No, not so you say, yeah man, I want to see everybody man. Bring them on.
Okay, first of all, don't do that. Second of all, no, I've been following him on TikTok and he definitely has been promoting this.
Right.
Yes, like he's very,
it's
very
everywhere.
happy to be in Belize.
You go on Spotify, he has his list of dates and Belize on top of that.
Yeah.
On top of that date, right? So he's excited, like speaking to him, like, I'm really excited to be here. Just, John, let me see everything that I can see.
I want you to tell us a bit now about this setup. How will seating work? How will the stage be arranged? What are the options available for attendees?
Okay, so we have four tiers. We begin at the bleachers, right? Yeah. So the stage is set facing the bleachers, right? Because that's a common question.
It's Jones.
Correct. Yeah. The stage is already up. Sound system is already up. They land 11 o'clock. We start sound checking at 3.
Okay.
Right. We have
no respite.
We have to plug in something that we're doing a joint initiative with the Belize Dental and Medical Clinic. So you can come and between the hours of 9 and 3 today. You can come to Marian Jones Stadium. You get free dental checkups, free medical checkups.
Yeah, they were here yesterday talking
free medical
about that.
checkups as well as free pap smears for the ladies, right? So that's a part of this whole initiative with us. And then we as soon as they finish, we start sound checking. Tarrus's band goes from sound check entirety at like they want to make sure they're perfectionists, so they want to make sure that everything is on point for them.
For the entire set.
For the entire set. So
that's good.
We start with them, and then we just work our way through tomorrow. Tomorrow we start to have
Tomorrow is the 25th.
And then we continue through the setups, but back to the seating, right?
Yeah.
So the stage is facing the bleachers. Our first tier is the bleacher section. You can have that for $40.
Sure, on the party?
Yes, man, you could score, you
and
could sit down.
And you could sit down.
Another Ssegment, you know, so that's the option.
And you have access to drinks and bars?
We have waiters, waitresses from Madisco owns the bars. So Madisco is getting waitresses and waiters to come on the bleachers.
Okay, John, I have a question about this, right? Because it's usually my issue. But the bleachers and access to my drinks and my food, etc. Right? Do I have to get a ticket? Do I go to
it's full cash bar. It's a cash bar.
Great.
Okay, good.
You know,
so
we made that. We prefer the cash.
Yeah.
You know, we have enough security. I have enough security. A lot of police officers under there. So we have
$40
bleachers,
access.
waitress, you sit down, you get your thing. We're going.
That's good.
We want to go up closer, we're up on the field, going to the general section, that is $60.
Okay.
Right? Again, we have close access to the bars. Those bars are for travelers. They will be having their people serving you quick, fast, hurry, cool, everything that day. Right? In front of the general section, we have front stage is going to be the VIP section. Right? That goes for $150. To help people on the sides, we'll have a queue where we have seating. You can go, we ask you to move the chairs, but you go and you go take a seat, you want to sit down and leave 20 to half an hour, you want to sit down for the whole show. You can still sit down and see the show. For the VIP section, we also are offering cocktail tables. Right? Those are for $100 to reserve. We're not putting out the cocktail tables. We're telling you when you come into the VIP section on the right hand, you'll have a big tent saying redeem cocktail table here. So I'm going to say, my name is Paul Lopez, sir. I'm a pay for a thing. Yes, Mr. Paul, let's accompany you. Where you want your table? Someone will take your table for you, set up a table. So you comfortable with you on your table there?
Yeah. So I can put my table as close to the stage as possible.
If you call 8 o'clock, you can go right front of the stage if you want. Right? So we're encouraging people to
I can
come
put it
out
on
soon.
the stage? Just, no man, you did that was not a part of the terms and conditions.
So you could call close, put a table there, and you and your crowd stand up. People ask how much people could go around the cocktail table. Me, as much as you want to put down there, you want to put 10 people on there. And
but how big is it? Is it the size of this table?
It's a normal cocktail table.
32-inch. Cocktail tables aren't
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to police over. You don't forgot 4 people there. You don't forgot 3 people there. No,
too many people will be there for you to do that.
That's the thing, and we're not putting it out because in the past, people go and sit down for a cocktail table. This is my cocktail table. How you know it's a cocktail table? So we were avoiding all of that. Check in, get your cocktail table. Somebody accompany with you, set it up for you, and you set for enjoy your night.
Very well organized.
So VIP.
Right? Yeah. VIP, correct. And then your guy, again, we have waitresses, waiters circulating in that area, having bottle service, and don't need to get no way. And then on the outskirts, on both sides, we have the ultra platinum section. That's
what make the next section special because in the outskirts?
Well, one then costs $2,500.
Well, our price now make it special. Where they get?
Where they get for $2,500?
So it's an elevated platform. Okay. You have your own personal 10 by 10 space with plus seating. You get on top of that, you get 6 tickets, 6 t-shirts, 6 mugs. I forgot the mugs in my vehicle.
You had?
I have it in the
Do they get to meet the artists? They get to backstage?
So people always ask that question, right? I cannot force a human being to say, come meet this person. They're human beings. They don't. I will coax them as much as I could. Let's give our platinum people them a little treat, please. Either we invite them backstage or we make things out. I think more backstage is an easier route. But they come back to what you're saying. 6 tickets, 6 mugs, the elevated seating, a bottle of your choice, ice box, personal server, personal security guard for that section.
Oh, wow.
They get their own each booth gets a personal porta potty. So if we go together, all we gonna use that. We got a key. You get a key.
Oh, that's nice.
You lock it for your porta potty.
Okay. That
sell me too.
So that comes with the package. Again, we're trying to give a little treat, but I can't say what the treat is yet. But it's a little treat. We also offer.
You get treated and that already.
This is already treated. So what's
I get treated and not treated.
Treated and treated.
Alright.
Yeah.
He refuses to tell us the other treated part.
That's good though, because you're saying that's already sold out. So
that's already sold out. I mean, just yesterday, I had 2 requests. Last night we were on the field till about 1:30 setting up, trying to see if I can fit more.
So what is available in terms of ticket prices right now?
So we have VIP available, we have general available, we have bleacher available.
Okay.
Ticket outlets, we have in Belize City, we have Mars Distributors, Madisco, and Cellular Worlds. All Cellular Worlds have tickets in Dangriga, in Bemopan, San Pedro, Orange Walk. In Dangriga, we have Island Breeze Bar and Grill. They have tickets. In Placentia, we have Harbour View, Big Bex Harbour View. In Kikaka, we have Shari Trejo, San Pedro, San Pedro Cellular World. And if we miss there, I mean, people, yes, I see people saying we didn't have anybody in Cayo, we could not come to an agreement with our outlet in Cayo. Yeah. So we're asking people use the Quick Pass app. Yeah. The Quick Pass app is very safe, it's easy.
It works.
And it's seamless, really seamless app.
Well, you don't sell me, Paul, and Sabrina on going on to this concert. Some teachers may say it's $40. But
perhaps the unfortunate of the questions, how secure are the barriers between the different sections?
So, being in this game for over 15 years, I don't have some old, right? I've learned a thing or two how to secure barriers. Along with it, we do need the help of the police department. We learned a trick on how to secure the barriers, right? I mean, I don't expect that to be, because this is a grown, mature audience. It's vibes that no invoke.
You chill.
Want to rowdiness, you know? You invoke a nice chill vibe. You sit back and enjoy yourself. Yes, you want to be up close. You want to cheat the system, but we want to allow the people who pay for them section to get the perks of being in that section.
Yeah.
Right, we already had a meeting with the police department. We decided how we're going to place the police officers. So unless you plan to push down a police officer, which that is a crime, right? Then they could block down barrier, right? But we don't envision that. We don't anticipate that. This is a nice, calm crowd that's going to come out, that's just come here for a great time. Vibes, non-stop vibes. Telling people, Belize, I am guaranteeing you, Tarrus is going to give you a show.
Yes, he will.
I am positive Skip is going to invoke a feeling of Bob in us. He has his grandfather's voice, right? Just speaking about your quotes, yes, you understand what Bob Marley or Marley, Marley is coming to Belize.
If you've never listened to him, then you don't know about
but
you definitely listened to him.
That's a good place to talk about the magnitude of these artists as you know them, John.
Yeah, so it's going to be my first time meeting Skip. I've never worked with Skip in the past. I've worked with Tarrus many times. I do artist booking, so I've worked with Tarrus. Skip is my first time working with Skip, but I can tell you, just conversing with his entire team, and they are so accommodating. They're so excited to come. That for me, I excited to meet everybody from his team, everybody from his manager to himself, to his engineers. They're just so accommodating and trying to say, hey John, we're not here to make your life complicated, we're here to let us all work together and have a great show so Belize can remember me. Yeah. Skip's quote to me was, Belize hasn't seen me, but I promise they will remember me.
We want me to come back,
right? So
this.
Exactly, yeah. He knows that he's one of the youngest Marley musicians in the family. He wants to break out. His mentor is his uncle Damien, so he wants to reach Damien's level, right? So he's excited to perform and have Belize understand I am one of the best Marleys that you've seen. So he's excited to see it, to show Belize that Tarrus is always excited. Tarrus is always Tarrus.
This is his woman.
Tarrus is just I haven't been here over 5 years, John. I am excited to come back.
Yeah.
Right. So. Again, I tell Belize, I promise you don't want to miss this. Yeah. Tickets, VIP tickets are almost sold out. The general admission is going very fast. I'm encouraging people, try the bleachers. I understand people.
We going to the bleachers.
People are not, they've never paid to.
You find your crew and it's going to be memorable regardless.
I personally, if I was going, I like the bleachers.
Yeah, it's fun. You give us it on.
You know, I give us it on.
You get drinks.
You know,
yeah.
The view. Correct now, front and view, you're above everybody else. You can see everything there.
Is it going to be screens and everything?
Correct. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens out.
Okay, nice. All right, perfect.
You know, so I mean, everything is going to be. I'm praying for great weather like this.
No, this is going to be good.
You know, the weather pattern is looking very, very good. The nights out in Marianne Jones I'm out there from Tuesday has been very breezy, so it's going to be cool.
I can't let you go, John, without asking you about parking. Right?
So parking, all right.
Yes.
So yes, that's a good question. So again, we encourage people to come out soon, right? Free parking in the big parking lot front of Marianne Jones. First come, first serve. We have for Ultra VIP, they have their own special parking. Again, you come. That's part of the treat, right? They come through the back end, and not anybody can come. You have to be on the list to get in that section, right?
The treat list.
You have to be on the treat list to get in that thing, right? So you're coming. They have very, very close parking to the venue.
Okay, nice.
They have the closest entrance. The entrance is in the main square for Marian Jones. We have 3 entrances at the Marian Jones Center. That's like the Lee centerpiece where we're going to pay for your license. Right? So that's where the main entrance is, and then we divert everybody different directions from there. But the Ultra has their own section. So parking is free for the first come, first serve. Along the edges of Marian Jones, we'll have people directing you. Along the edges of everywhere we could find parking. Marian Jones are a very big space. I mean, again, we have Princess Margaret Drive too as well. But first come, first serve, inviting people come out soon. Again,
how soon? Like, what would you say?
I'd say 8 o'clock now, good time.
Okay, so 8 o'clock you come, what time the artist, like the main event begins? Like,
so we don't even know if we
I don't understand.
Yeah, we even get our parking.
I want to call for Miami and Mohobob and Penn Cayetano, right? Penn has a special show for Belize, right? Penn say, I don't perform lots of make sure I'll give people a lead treat.
Okay, so come 8 o'clock. What time you done? Can I go sleep? I start yarn like
Tarrus say when they finish, it finish.
Tarrus say when they done, it done.
So the last time I saw Tarrus in concert, right? That was like a 3 o'clock ending.
That's fine.
No. So my Penn comes on at 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? J-Cast comes on at 10. Skip comes on at 11.
Yeah. That's actually pretty early, Baby Boo. That's pretty early.
That's very early. You see, if you enjoy yourself, you know I want to get tired.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The pump and the energy will keep you up. Right?
Yeah,
so,
we'll be alive.
Yeah.
We'll be okay. Yes,
we'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay. So 8 o'clock. Come early, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yes.
Find a spot. Get a lead drink. Look like Ali Rama Coke.
She's not.
I'm not.
She's not. What?
Is it a Coke Zero?
No, it's not.
Should have more like Guinness.
Sam. She's like a fruity tootie. Yeah.
You have any girly drinks?
She's like a
Double XL.
Okay, I do like a double XL wine. Yes.
So they'll be selling at the venue.
Great.
We'll have a lot of food. We have about 12 or 14 food vendors at the venue, spaced around. Okay. 4 will be in the bleachers section. 4, so 12.
Okay. Yeah, everybody gets
four different.
All right. Well, that means that tomorrow the Marian Jones Stadium opens at 7.
Showtime starts at 8.
Showtime starts at 8. Get your parking in. First comes, first serve. Of course, we're talking about Tarrus Riley and Skip Marley. You don't want to miss this incredible concert. John, thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. All right, we take a quick break and we'll be back with more Open Your Eyes. Don't go away.
At these walls, wrestling with my thoughts. Is just still with me. Isolated and quarantined, still I believe that Jah is with me.
In the heart of the Kayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easy for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
Let's get it on. The race for first is tightening up and heating up in the NEBL. And this Friday in Belmopan, the Belmopan Trojans try to stay alive versus the steaming hot Cayo Western Ballers. 8 p.m. at the UB Gymnasium. Then on Saturday night, the Dan Grieger Dream Ballers try to make a last push in the standings versus the dangerous San Pedro Tiger Sharks. 8 p.m. at the Russell Chiste Auditorium. And in Corazon, the Corazon Spartans, fresh off their first win, faces a test against the bad boys from the city, the Belize City Defenders. 8 p.m. at the Andres Campos Stadium. Giveaways, the NEBL girls, plus the National Sports Council and Free Bolido, $5,000 halftime shooting challenge. Come out and rally behind your team this NEBL weekend. Sponsored by the Government of Belize.
Bye, bro. Take a quick pic of you right here, bro.
Alright, wait a second. Why? By the looks of it, I think my phone done.
Bye. Please tell me, you know, I want to use that thing again, bro.
If I be serious and I be honest with you, I can't afford to spend big money on phone right now.
Bye, but who said anything about spending big money? Smarter than that agree. They got phone deals, plans, they have everything that agree right now.
No, man.
But yes, it happened right now. Plus, they even have raffle and they raffle money, then they raffle TV, everything.
Well, I think we need to ride the agric right now.
But I agree, let's go right now.
Visit the Smart Booth any of the 3 days from May 1st to 3rd at Agric 2026. Get amazing deals on phones and plans and your chance to win a cell phone, 55-inch TV, and cash. Smart, bringing people together.
Welcome back. We are wrapping things up, and it's been a really fun morning. I know that a lot of us were looking forward to just starting the weekend. I can't believe it's Friday, honestly.
It's Friday. I can't believe April is almost coming to a close. It went by very, very quickly, but you know, I just want to say a big thank you to all of our viewers that have tuned in. They've joined the conversation. They've shared their thoughts, their opinions on our topics that we discussed this morning. Of course, there are going to be some very awesome events that are taking place this weekend and next weekend. We heard from Vines in Paradise that's happening next weekend, and of course the World Festival featuring Tarrus, Riley, and Skip Marley that's happening this weekend. So a lot of things to look forward to as the end of the month approaches.
Yeah, but don't forget, aside from the concert that is about to take place, there's also a free medical and dental clinic that will also be taking place at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex as well, and emphasis on free. You don't need to make an appointment. This is services that a lot of people have to pay for, so you can go in and get your free dental checks. I'm not sure exactly what they will be doing aside from just regular checking and maybe cleaning, but take advantage of the services that are there.
Apparently they are going to be having other checkups, blood pressure, pap smears for women. There's going to be a lot of checkups that are there. So take advantage of this free checkup session happening over at the Marion Jones Stadium. And then that's going to end, I think, around 3 p.m. And that is when the sound check for the artists and so forth begin.
All right. Well, let's wrap things up, guys. It's been a beautiful Friday. And if anyone's celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you.
April 24th.
Yeah. If you're April 24th, baby, happy birthday to you. If you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@greaterbelize.com.
You can also catch us live on Facebook every weekday morning at Open Your Eyes BZ.
And of course, check out our Instagram and our TikTok. That's OYE Belize on Insta and openyoureyes.bz on TikTok.
And you can even call us or text us on our OIE phone number. That's 675-2555. But please do us a favor and join us again on Monday when you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Till then, keep your eyes,
your mind,
and your hearts open.
Good morning, Belize. Have a wonderful Friday and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.